ask for His forgiveness. But here, the point that I wanted to make, the point that opened up to me yesterday, and I'm sure you will think about it and you will realize, there are so many things that we love in our life. If you love an individual or a person, somebody, before, let's say you are in your late teens, early 20s, and you really are now looking for a partner and whatever else, and you may feel softly towards a person of opposite gender, and you will have love for that person. You can similarly say that about anything else material in this world. You love, particularly, let's say, this next house. Somebody else may love the same house, and he may overbid you and buy it. If you love an individual, somebody else probably loves that person too. And then between you two, there is a certain relationship which is built on competitiveness and a little bit of animosity. In Urdu we call it Rakib. They are your competitors, they want the same thing you want. But if they want the same thing you want, what is this got to do with fighting with each other and being antagonistic to each other? Let me repeat this again. When you want the same thing and 2 or 3 people want the same thing, they have a certain feeling which is negative. The point that opened up to me yesterday is that when you love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when you love His messenger, then others that do the same thing become closer to you. You start loving them. They start loving you. This is different in this particular love. In love for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, anybody else that loves Him becomes also very loving to you. They start loving you also. So this is a contrast with loving a material thing, whereby other persons that do the same thing become almost like your competitors and antagonistic to you, or sometimes start animosity with you. But when you love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His messenger and love His message, then others that do the same thing certainly become your family, become your friends, become people that love you and adore you and admire you. And this is the best company to keep. So now, the way that this particular verse teaches us is that start admiring and accommodating people that interact with you in your life. All of this is creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Start loving His creation. If you find something a little bit negative or annoying about a person that you deal with, even then consider that person is a creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and unfortunately he has been given that kind of a way of behavior that you may not like at that particular moment, but because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created him or her, that you should really not become antagonistic or feel negatively about that individual. And if once you do that with the intention that you are really following Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's kind of advice or orders, then things become fairly easy. You are not bringing in somebody else's problems into your heart. It's somebody else's difficulty if they have a management issue or behavior issue or a discipline problem. Do not make that your problem. Just walk away if you cannot tolerate that. But do not have any negative feelings about it, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is in charge and He runs all of this. And if He has chosen for that person to be that way, that particular day, it's Allah's will. Just accept it and smile. And then if you have to walk away, if you can't deal with it, do so. But don't say anything negative, and don't do things when that person is not listening, saying anything bad about him or complaining about him to somebody else, because that definitely is not a positive thing for you. That will hurt you. It will keep you boiling inside and you'll be frustrated. That frustration is not yours. You should leave it where it was and move on with your life. Once you love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's creation, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shows you the path, shows you the way to bring you closer to Him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in many other places say that there are several sayings of our beloved Prophet and of those that have gone before us, that if you walk one step towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He walks 10 steps or 700 steps towards you. So you can imagine that your step and step of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So how easy it is really to get closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So again, coming back to the Urdu verse, the Saraapa Soختن اندر طلب. The Saraapa Soختن اندر طلب. Way of life is actually to be continuously being in a state of desire, asking for more, loving Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala more and more, and burning in that desire so that you want more. Intahaish ishq, the climax of that is when you are madly in love with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Aghazish adab, and its beginning is being respectful and being accommodating to people that are around you or the things that are around you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala clear our minds, give us the comprehension of His message, give us the ability to pass it on to others that are around us, and pass it on to our own future generations. Jazakumullahu khair. Assalamu alaikum.